Alright, let's get into it. Today, we're diving into the top 7 key events of the Trojan War in Greek mythology. Welcome to Cliff Notes 7 to Know. I'm Cliff, and let's explore 7 facts about the Trojan War. Trojan tales to test your tenacity today. Here's the deal. Fact number 1. Traditional dates for the Trojan War cluster around the 1200s BC to early 1100s BC. Think about it this way. We're in the Late Bronze Age. Many scholars point to 1194 to 1184 BC from Eratosthenes, which aligns roughly with the destruction layer of Troy's 7th and the broader Late Bronze Age collapse. In simpler terms, there were big regional upheavals, and the Trojan saga sits right in that storm. Test question. What is the traditional time frame for the Trojan War, according to ancient Greek belief? Correct answer: 1200s BC to early 1100s BC. Memory aid. Think of Troy's tale as the 1200s BC epic. Let's move right along. Fact number 2. Paris's abduction of Helen triggers a coalition of Greek kings under Agamemnon to besiege Troy. After awarding Aphrodite the golden apple in the judgment of Paris, Paris takes Helen from Sparta, which lights the fuse. The oath of Helen's suitors gives Menelaus and Agamemnon a legal and religious pretext to unite the Achaeans. Test question. Who led the coalition of Greek kings against Troy? Correct answer: Agamemnon. Memory aid. Paris and Helen, a spark that sent Greeks yelling. Alright, next up, fact number 3. The Iliad covers only a few days in the 10th year of a decade-long siege. Let's clarify. It zooms in on Achilles' wrath, the death of Patroclus, and the slaying of Hector. It does not narrate the Trojan horse or the actual fall of the city. Those come from other epics and later poets. The big idea is that Homer chose intensity over total coverage. Test question. What does the Iliad primarily focus on during the Trojan War? Correct answer: Achilles' wrath. Memory aid. In the Iliad's scope, Achilles' wrath is the focus. Now, let's shift gears. Fact number 4. Achilles' withdrawal over Briseis and his return reshaped the war's momentum. Here's where it gets interesting. Agamemnon seizes Briseis, Achilles steps back in fury, and the Trojans surge forward under Hector. Only after Patroclus falls and Hephaestus forges new armor does Achilles return, and the tide flips hard. Test question. What event caused Achilles to withdraw from battle? Correct answer: seizure of Briseis. Memory aid. Briseis seized, Achilles displeased. On to the next point. Fact number 5. The Greeks never fully encircle Troy. They rely on raids and seasonal campaigning. From a practical angle, Thucydides suggests they lack the resources for a tight blockade, so Troy kept inland lines open and welcomed reinforcements. That logistical reality helps explain why the war drags on, and why deception becomes decisive later. Test question. What strategy did the Greeks use instead of fully encircling Troy? Correct answer: raids and seasonal campaigning. Memory aid. Raids by Greeks while Troy still speaks. Let's keep it going. Fact number 6. Key late war conditions include obtaining Heracles' bow and stealing the Palladium. Now listen, seers lay out sacred prerequisites. Bring back Philoctetes with Heracles' bow, fetch Pelops' bones, capture the seer Helenus, bring Achilles' son Neoptolemus, and snatch the Palladium from Troy. In simpler terms, ritual and prophecy set the checklist for victory. Test question. Name one item the Greeks needed to capture for Troy's fall. Correct answer: Heracles' bow. Memory aid. For Troy to bow, they needed Heracles' bow. Let's roll to the next fact. Fact number 7. The wooden horse leads to Troy's nighttime sack and the city's destruction. Odysseus' stratagem hides elite warriors inside a hollow horse built by Epius. Sinon spins a tale, the Trojans haul it in, and at night the Greeks emerge and open the gates. The city falls, Priam dies, and the war ends in fire and lament. Test question. What stratagem did the Greeks use to infiltrate Troy? Correct answer: the wooden horse. Memory aid. A horse of wood. Troy misunderstood. Quick recap time. 7 to lock in. Fact 1. What is the traditional time frame for the Trojan War? Correct answer: 1200s BC to early 1100s BC. Fact 2. Who led the coalition against Troy? Correct answer: Agamemnon. Fact 3. What does the Iliad focus on during the Trojan War? Correct answer: Achilles' wrath. Fact 4. What event caused Achilles to withdraw? Correct answer: seizure of Briseis. Fact 5. What strategy did the Greeks use? Correct answer: raids and seasonal campaigning. Fact 6. Name one item needed for Troy's fall. Correct answer: Heracles' bow. Fact 7. What stratagem infiltrated Troy? Correct answer: the wooden horse. Alright then, that's it for today. You've got the top 7 facts down. With these key details, you're more than ready to ace that exam. Stay focused, trust your prep, and knock it out of the park. Let that sink in.